Hi guys, hey, this is going to be a bad lighting video. I'm telling you up front, we're walking around my basement today. I'm going to show you a little bit more about what's going on and what they're going to do in about an hour to fix part of the problem. So use the space that you have, do the best you can. So I'm going to be showing you a lot of what we have done. My basement is a disaster right now. I know that. Don't need to comment. Things are pretty chaotic. So Saturday, we woke up to water in our basement in two different areas, actually. So the first area is very minimal, and that's the area I'm going to start on today. So I'm going to show you, we have a window up here, okay? It's not coming from the window. We had the basement people here last night. It's actually seeping up from the floor. So they're going to re-epoxy this part of the basement on the floor to prevent the water from coming up. It was just, maybe an inch or two wide. So let me show you the other side, actually. This is kind of our cube system that we have. And we had several rows, over and over and over again throughout the side of our basement there. And so we couldn't really tell a lot because we had a cube system against this whole back wall here, all the way down. We had a cube system. And so we had to take all of that out and put it in tubs. And then we are going to be doing that with the next couple of rows. We're actually going to be moving the direction of our rows. So we're going to walk over to another area of the basement real quick. And we're going to come over here. And we are over in the other corner of our basement, and we have a sump pump, as you can tell, and it just was not enough. It just was not enough to take care of what needed to happen. Our basement floor is not 100% level, and so we're going to come over here also, and this is where the majority of the water was this part of the basement here. And so as you can see, right next to my carpet area, this is where most of the water actually decided it was going to hang out. And it was probably about an inch and a half deep. And it was probably a good 8-10 foot section that we had a lot of water. And so we also have a door behind us that goes to the outside. It's a cellar type door. And so the water comes down and it just kind of sits at the door and then it kind of seeps in. We've done a lot of different things to help prevent it. We've put new framing up. We've put some epoxy coming down. It just wasn't enough. And so what they're going to do today is they're going to jackhammer along the edge, actually, of our basement, the entire wall over here by the door and partially on the other side of the door. And they're going to create like this big gullet. And then they're going to put gravel in the gullet. And then that should help the water that is coming up go in that little crevice, okay? And then go down all the way down to the drain and the sump pump. So that's kind of the goal of what they're going to do today. But keep in mind, yes, this was a mess. No, this is really not what we had intended. It wasn't what we had budgeted. I am exhausted. This has been a long few days, mostly going to bed at 2 o'clock in the morning and getting back up at 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. I've actually been sleeping in a little bit because I am just exhausted. I got a lot of stuff in tubs, and our whole wall here has usually been our shipping. And so now we just have buckets, as you can tell, and it's just got a mirage of packing materials in it, and that's really not how I like to do things. I like things on shelves and labeled, and that's really how I like to do things. When we get this set back up, I will give you a tour of the whole new system that we're putting in, and we're going to be, like I said, changing the rows coming down. We're going to be moving from the cube system to a bucket system, and let me show you some of these buckets. Of course, they're not labeled real nice, but they're mermaid. Aren't those cool? And so our logo, as you know, is mermaid, and our manager's name is actually Ariel. So I found those at Walmart, and they're really pretty. They're, I think, $9.98 a piece. Not too bad. And that's all for today, and I'm going to get busy because it's going to be a long couple of days. They are hoping to be done by Friday or Saturday, and we got some more bad weather coming in, so we'll see how this rolls out. Have a great day, everybody, and remember, just because something yucky happens doesn't mean it's not going to be a rainbow at the end, and it's not going to end up turning into a positive, and that's what ours is going to be. We're going to change into the bucket system, and we're going to, I think, like that better, and we're going to be able to fit more in and use our space more efficiently. So have a great day, guys.